When we protest, they tell us pipe down for Trayvon and Mike Brown. CNN wanna make it black white, cause we hit their action with a black light. Make no sucker act right. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Scene Need to Know 101. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for bearing with us on that 1 week hiatus. Definitely want to appreciate you guys for that. Topic of the day is, would you more so say, or could you say, that we are living in a black era, i.e. food, clothes, hair, body structure, culture? My answer to that question would be a yes, because, and I feel like that's just always been, because if we really want to be honest, everything originates from Africa, and Africa's black. Yes, you have people of lighter, if you want to call them white people, Caucasian descent, of lighter tones there, but if you're, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're from Africa, if you're a native of Africa, your skin's black is black. And there's no getting around that. So I feel like everything originates from that, and then like now with the black America, blacks be African becoming black and then becoming Americanized, there's a culture there too. It's kind of lost its way, but it's coming back in a sense, in a way, hopefully sooner than later. But I would say yes, because there's just the things that we do as black women, or as black men, or as black people. It's just become mainstreamed in the media, but with white people. I don't know if you guys have, I think I've said this before, that shea butter, it was like, it's a very old line. It's not shea butter, shea moisture. Shea butter is one of their products, sorry. It was like, it's from like the early 1900s, maybe even late 1800s. It's a natural hair care line, and like the grandmother from this, that's all she knew. Her and her family just made bars of soap from natural shea and black soap and things like that, and they would sell it in the neighborhoods and locally in the black farmers markets and stuff. And you know, they made their living off of black people, off of the black community. As we did, we would put our money back into each other, into our own communities, black businesses. And so now that it's becoming well known, you know, grandma, you know, rest her soul, passed on, it's becoming whitewashed. There's like this commercial that they came out with, I want to say back in 2015, that was like, had a panel of women sitting around, and like there was a group of people from like a manila folder to a caramel pecan. And to be honest, when you think about the product and who used it, shades go so much darker, and they actually don't start as light, because our hair is more coarse. There wasn't as much products in stores for us. Everything back then was for the white woman. So as a black woman and as a black man, if you wanted to find stuff that was for our skin and our hair care, you had to go to somebody who was black, who knew about it, like Madam Jessie, C.J. Walker and stuff, who came up with these things for our hair to make it do what we needed it to do to be acceptable in the white world. So I would say like hair, TV, anything, everything's based off of us, because that commercial, like, you can't say that. Nobody really, the reason why Shea Moisture's, their product and their profit has went down, because the value of their product has went down, is because of the fact that they whitewash. Like, why is there a white woman sitting here telling me that she has problems with managing her curls? You want to throw some water on that and get out my face? I can throw water on my stuff and I still need product. So for you as Shea Moisture, because we can understand as, or I can understand, I can't speak for the whole black community, I can understand as a black woman that in corporate America today, maybe it's not, once the company went public, it wasn't as much in family control as it was back in the day when it was a little bit more private owned. But still, like, that's the basis. Like, you can't expect you to just cut off your foundation and expect that building to be okay. Like, the fuck, no. There's no building without the foundation. So that commercial, for her to be sitting there saying that, and then like the darkest woman you have on there looks like she's of multi-races, multicultural, multiracial, whatever you want to call it. It was just disrespectful, and that's why a lot of black women pulled out of using their products and stuff, because it was kind of like, we can go somewhere else. There's a lot of people that are coming, a lot of black women who are coming up with their own products and coming out with their own products that are benefiting us, and of course other cultures are using it as well. Because I'm not gonna say we got tabs on coarse hair, but that's where coarse hair comes from. Curls come from mixture, and our curls are just loosened through the mixture. Because if you look at a woman's head from Africa, her hair is some tight ass coils. Now, if you let her, don't want to use the word breed because we're not cattle, but if she was to procreate with a white man, the baby's curls are going to be loose because his straight hair has loosened up her coarse hair. So it's like those products that were geared towards us and things like that have all been based off of us, have all been more so just ideas that have been taken from us, and that just goes back to a lot of things back as far as inventions and putting patents on things that the white man said was his that really his slave came up with. So I could go on and stammer for days about this, because that question to me is just, it's not really a question. Like, give me my Twitter name, but don't mention me about it, because there's no topic to, there's no room for argument here, just because of the fact that black is where it comes from. America was built off black, so how can it not be black? Like, just the recent floods in Houston, how does our former president get there before our recent president, our present president? America's black. There's no getting around it. As much as it doesn't want to be, and white supremacy doesn't want black here, America gonna be black until the day it die. Until China blow it up, Vietnam, whoever we got beef with. Till that day comes, America's gonna be black. It's just, no matter how much you try and snuff it out, try and make it bleed it out, and try and get it out of the country, it's just here to stay. It's just no getting around it. Whether it's black American, black Haitian, black Jamaican, black whatever, black is just black. Like, it's no getting around it. Every inch of black is just being imitated today in some way, some shape, form, and being exploited in some way to get money, because our ideas they're original, and you can't, like Michael Jackson said, I'd rather fail in originality than succeed in imitation. So
is that my cue?
yeah.
Okay. Am I answering your question, or am I doing my topic?
You can do either or. It's up to you.
The only thing I have to say about that topic is I feel like white America takes our culture and other cultures and turns them into like cultures, like, and they'll flip it. Instead of it being like, if it was black people, it would be like hood and ghetto, and then you put it on the runway and you call it urban. Dreads are supposed to be horrible and disgusting, and black men who have them, you look horrible and you look like a criminal, but then you put it on the runway and
it's cool.
Right. Justin Bieber do it and it's cool. Wiz Khalifa did it and everybody was like, what the fuck? That's the only thing that bothers me with that.
The double standard thing?
Yeah. It's like, how you gonna do me and then like not even give me credit for it? Like,
and then,
a lot of
and then
white,
shame me
like
for doing me.
Like a lot of white or whatever they are, other races, like in fashion, like they take a lot of inspiration from other cultures and other people, and they spin that shit and make money off of it, but you go to jail for it. So it's like, how you gonna shame me? You gonna take my money, rob me, and then lock me up? Okay, thank you, and slap me in my face, and then bail me out with my own money. Okay, but that's all I gotta say about that. My topic for today was more so like a question that I'm still on the fence about, but it is, how do you feel about like soulmates. Like, do you believe in them? Do you think they exist? Yes or no? I don't know. I have days where I feel like I do, like I feel like I understand it, and then there's days where I feel like I don't. And that's because I feel like with every person you kind of meet, you can kind of find something in them that you like. So it's like people walking around with like 10,000 soulmates. Like you done had 1,000 boyfriends and like 800 of them soulmates.
Then I think we need to narrow your definition of a soulmate because you shouldn't have 10,000. Soulmate is
But you know what
soul.
I mean? Like there's
one.
There's women that
SOLE.
But there's like,
one.
but you know what I mean? It's like there's women out there who feel like every man that they've been in a relationship with was their soulmate at one point, and then y'all broke up, and it was like fuck men. And then you meet Tom, and it's like,
okay,
I love Tom. He's my soulmate. He's
I see what you're saying. And that's when they.
And then there's people like, there's people like me who you know last week. So it's like, yeah, soulmate. Where is it? No. What is that? That's like a unicorn. Do they exist?
You probably can't see because the brim of my hat, but I'm rolling my eyes.
No, I cannot see your
Because
your
that shit. That shit. You know what?
I'm just saying.
Like I said, they need to narrow their definition of soulmate because that's not a soulmate. I'm sorry. You don't have to.
Is a soulmate not somebody who makes you feel complete in certain ways? That's what most people consider a soulmate. And I know a lot of people who dated people and they give you that, you know, je ne sais quoi, that feeling, you know.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yes.
What? You just asked me a question. Oh Lord, okay. I see what you're saying, but there's only. I feel like soulmates do exist, but
mine hasn't found me yet.
That and it's not. Lord, I hope not. It's not even that. I think it's just that time. Everything has to be about time. And then if you're not somebody who rushes things, time is definitely gonna take its time. I feel like everything has a place and time to be, and you have to kind of not be looking for it, but be open to it in a way. Because you can be open to something but not be looking for it. And then when you look for it, yes, you're open to it, but you're also so desperate to find what you're looking for because you don't like the search, or the search becomes tiring, that you kind of start to settle and try and see things or qualities of a person that you could, oh, well, that could kind of be, you know, I can kind of change that and make it this, and then he could be my soulmate, and that's when you become with the 10,000s of soulmates, and Tom, Dick, and Harry ain't your soulmate. There's just one out there, and you just got to be open to it, but not searching for it, because the Bible, I hated that I used the Bible, but I was raised in church. I'm not a Bible thumper at all, but it's just, I feel like even if we're saying it off of a Bible type basis, even if we take it out of the Bible, I feel like the man is to pursue the woman even without that, because of the fact that a man is just a provider. Like, if you look at sex, a woman is the receiver of sex. She doesn't give anything, she gets something. So, and then if we go for what sex is for, procreation, she's still the receiver because she receives the semen to make the baby. So she
does all the work.
It's not all the work. It's just the receiver. So in that sense, he is the provider, the procreator. So he should go looking for the good thing. So if he's not ready, but you're ready and you're looking for him, you may could have, you never know, bumped into him or some way and just been turned off because of what he's about right now. And what
okay, so with that being said, with what you just said, if that happens, do you think that you get another chance to meet said soulmate? If you bump into him and it's not like what it's supposed to be, do you think it reoccurs again with the same person? Or do you think if you fucked it up the first time or for whatever reason it did not click, it's just done, it's dead?
If that person's your soulmate, then I feel like it's never going to be dead. But that doesn't mean to say that it's going to go on 1,050 million times. I feel like y'all got about 3 good tries and it should have clicked by the third, because it's not that hard when it's your soulmate and you're willing to buckle down, and that person is also willing to. Because when somebody's your soulmate, there's a sense of willingness that you feel even when you feel you don't feel it. And I can't explain it to you, because even for me to be talking about people, you're so young, but I feel like there's gonna, even by watching people who are soulmates, I can just see that even when there's this sense of I want to pack up and go, there's still this feeling of I want to be, because I could tell you some stories, but then I'd be putting some people's business on blast, and they'd be mad. So this is just from my own experiences and from looking on from the outside looking in. I feel like that once you meet that soulmate, and then even if it doesn't click the first time and you didn't catch that was your soulmate, it comes back around, and one of them second or third times that person comes back around, it's gonna click, because there's gonna be that wanting to be around that person for not even knowing the reason. It ain't even gotta be anything sexual all the time. It's just you like that person's company, and then that person's willingness to reach out to you. It all comes back to communication, because we're cognitive creatures, so it's just a natural need to want to talk, to interact with someone else. So when you get that on another level, when it's interacting, and then it's more than that, I have something not even in common, but something intermingled in, like a spiritual thing, a spiritual connection as well. So I feel like you catch that. There's no way that you can't catch that with that person being around and you being consistent and that person being consistent. I feel like it cannot click the first time and absolutely come back around, but it's not gonna be like beating it with a dead horse. I don't feel like it's gonna be something that's draining you, or something that's gonna be to the point where you feel like you're on your last leg. If that makes sense.
I don't think I've been yet. If I did it before, I guess I was not about to do it, but didn't even know it.
If that happens, and that's the point where I'm talking about, you didn't have time to click.
That's what I mean, like in a situation like that, like you just accidentally bump into a bitch at Walmart. Oops, my bad. You keep pushing, and you don't even know that's like, bitch, that's your man. And you don't even know it. Yeah.
Sure, man. It's crazy, because like I feel like that way because I just went to a wedding, and the bride and the groom told me the bride didn't even remember it until the groom started talking about it, because it was so many years ago. He was 10 and she's like 2-3 years younger than him, and maybe 2 years younger than him. And like his family has owned a air conditioning company, and they like fix air conditioning and stuff. And he went to her house as a kid with his dad to fix the air conditioner, and she offered him a glass of water and stuff, and went on about her day and stuff. And all along, he's sitting in his future wife's house. So I feel like fate.
Some people got it like that.
Nah, I just feel like fate has a funny way of working. Like they didn't know they was gonna click. They didn't, but it was meant for them to click, because after that day, they hadn't seen each other for years. They even went to school in the same city, still didn't meet. Lived in the same country, still didn't meet. Went to the same, like I said, went to the same city, state for college, and still didn't meet. Came all the way back home, finally years later meet. So it's like, I feel like time, you can be in the same place at the same time and pass each other, but if there's no real time for interaction, and then there's no want to be in a stable situation with somebody, it's not gonna happen. It's not meant to happen. Everything is gonna go for it not happening, because it's not time. Because they had ample time and opportunity for them to bump into each other. I'm telling you, like, you go almost 20 odd years without seeing each other, and then all of a sudden you meet, and then so many years later you get married.
But it's gonna be 50.
But with all of this, you still stay positive. Oh my gosh.
I'm positive with other things in my life.
Absolutely, and I feel like when you focus on other things and when you least expect is when it happens. When you're focused on a different goal for yourself, things you're not looking for just start to manifest themselves. It's not saying that you're not putting any effort into it or you don't care about it. It's just you're just complacent with it or not complacent. You're just okay with what it is.
Right. You're okay with your situation.
Exactly. But I definitely believe soulmates exist.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're gonna wrap it on up. And I do have some literature for you guys, like we said we would. I have a bunch of poems from Langston Hughes, The Dream Keeper, and other poems. Today we're going to start off with The Dream Keeper. And like I said, the author is Langston Hughes, so you can look him up, do some research. Maybe next time you know the poem that we'll read for you if it's from this book. The Dream Keeper. Bring me all of your dreams, your dreamers. Bring me all of your heart's melodies that I may wrap you up in a blue cloth, away from the too rough fingers of the world. I feel like that says a lot with saying so little.
Most definitely.
Links are below. You guys keep a watch out. We'll see you next week.